Hello. For today's lesson, we are reading about becoming a father and finding a home. So please study with me. Now these are the records of the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham fathered Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean of Paddan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Aramean, to be his wife. Isaac prayed to the Lord on his behalf of his wife, because she was unable to have children, and the Lord answered him, and his wife Rebekah conceived. But the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it is so, why am I in this condition?" So she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples will be separated from your body, and one people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When her days leading to the delivery were at an end, behold, there were twins in her womb. Now the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau. Afterward his brother came out with his hand holding onto Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob, and Isaac was 60 years old when she gave birth to them. When the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the field, but Jacob was a civilized man living in tents. Now Isaac loved Esau because he had a taste for game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. When Jacob had cooked a stew one day, Esau came in from the field, and he was exhausted, and Esau said to Jacob, "Please let me have a mouthful of that red stuff there, for I am exhausted." Therefore he was called Edom by name. But Jacob said, "First sell me your birthright." Esau said, "Look, I am about to die, so of what use then is a birthright to me?" Then Jacob said, "First swear it to me." So he swore an oath to him, and sold his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank and got up and went on his way. So Esau despised his birthright. Now there was a famine in the land, besides the previous famine that had occurred in the days of Abraham. So Isaac went to Gerar, to Abimelech, king of the Philistines. And the Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt, stay in the land of which I shall tell you. Live for a time in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For to you and to your descendants I will give all these lands, and I will establish the oath which I swore to your father Abraham. I will multiply your descendants as the stars of heaven, and I will give your descendants all these lands, and by your descendants all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because Abraham obeyed me and fulfilled his duty to me and kept my commandments, my statutes, and my laws." So Isaac lived in Gerar, where the men of the place asked about his wife. He said, "She is my sister," for he was afraid to say "my wife," thinking the men of the place might kill me on account of Rebekah, since she is beautiful. Now it came about, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down through a window and saw them, and behold, Isaac was caressing his wife Rebekah. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Behold, she certainly is your wife. So how is it that you said, 'She is my sister'?" And Isaac said to him, "Because I thought otherwise I might be killed on account of her." And Abimelech said, "What is this that you have done to us? One of the people might have easily slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." So Abimelech commanded all the people, saying, "He who touches this man or his wife will certainly be put to death." Now Isaac sowed in the land and reaped in the same year 100 times as much. And the Lord blessed him, and the man became rich and continued to grow richer until he became very wealthy. For he had possessions of flocks and herds, and a great household, so that the Philistines envied him. Now all the wells which his father's servants had dug in the days of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up by filling them with dirt. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away from us, for you are too powerful for us." So Isaac departed from there and camped in the valley of Gerar and settled there. Then Isaac dug again the wells of water which had been dug in the days of his father Abraham, for the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham, and he gave them the same names which his father had given them. But when Isaac's servants dug in the well, and found there a well of flowing water, the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with the herdsmen of Isaac, saying, "This water is ours." So he named the well Esek, because they argued with him. Then they dug another well, and they quarreled over it too, so he named it Sitnah. Then he moved away from there and dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it, so he named it Rehoboth. For he said, "At last the Lord has made room for us, and we will be fruitful in the land." And he went up from there to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him the same night and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your descendants, for the sake of my servant Abraham." So he built an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants dug a well. Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with his adviser Ahuzzath and Philco, the commander of his army. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, since you hate me, and have sent me away from you?" They said, "We have seen plainly that the Lord has been with you." So we said, "An oath must now be taken by us, that is, by you and us. So let us make a covenant with you, that you will do us no harm, just as we have not touched you, and have done to you nothing but good, and have sent you away in peace. You are now the blessed of the Lord." Then he made them a feast, and they ate and drank. In the morning they got up early and exchanged oaths. Then Isaac sent them away, and they left him in peace. Now it came about on the same day that Isaac's servants came in and told him about the well which they had dug, and said to him, "We have found water." So he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And they brought grief to Isaac and Rebekah. I hope you enjoyed studying with me. That was part of Genesis 25 and Genesis 26. God bless, and always remember that Jesus loves you.